and juniors. Mark, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Mark Eisinger. I'm a past international president of Civitan International, and I'm excited to be involved with this new venture. It was one of Carmen's ideas from our convention last year at International, and now we're getting it started, and very excited to get a lot of youth as well as interest from other people involved with this. I'm very excited.
Rhonda, do you want to introduce yourself, or you want us to do it for you?
No, it's okay. I'll try. You just have to forgive my voice. So, I'm Rhonda Thompson. I'm a charter member of the Civitan Connect online Civitan Club for the adults. I'm also a former Junior Civitan International President, and I'm not telling you what year. And I am very excited that I'm going to be one of the advisors for this new Campus Connect Club. So I'm thrilled to work with all of you and hear all your ideas about how to make this unique club a real success.
Excellent. Thanks, Rhonda. Let's see. Manuel, you want to go next?
I'm Manuel Andrade Blanco from the Chesapeake District. I was the past district PRC, and I was the past club president at my school.
Good.
Great.
At C.D. Hilton High School.
Tina?
Okay, Tina Hawk. I'm from Alabama North District, and I was the past deputy governor and past club president.
Awesome.
Great.
And Bobby.
Hey everyone, Bobby Farley. I work at Civitan International. Currently a membership specialist at Civitan. So very interested in this new idea that Carmen came up with, modeled after Mark's club, Civitan Connect. And I'm going to be here just looking in on the meeting and hopefully hearing about all of you guys' ideas going forward.
Excellent. We're so glad you're here. Thank you. Next slide, Mark.
Well, we have one more person that joined us.
We did? Okay, I didn't see that.
Jamie.
Oh, perfect. Jamie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Jamie. I'm from Alabama North.
Awesome. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it.
Great.
Okay.
All right, next slide.
So basically, you guys all know you all graduated Junior Civitan, and the next evolution in your Civitan service is Campus Civitan. And basically, it's a collegiate level volunteer service organization. Same thing as Junior Civitan and Civitan. We have an emphasis on helping people with developmental disabilities. And we also continue to support the UAB Civitan International Research Center. And right now, there are only 17 existing campus clubs. And those clubs are in, next slide, Mark.
Just unmuting Bobby if he has any updates on that.
Okay. Yeah, so as you can see right now, we've only got 17 clubs. And what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those are international clubs, which is awesome. I think that's great. And, you know, we've got some Alabama Central, Florida, Heartland, Magnolia, New England, North Carolina East, North Carolina West, and then we've got Gambia, Ghana, China, and the Philippines. And so this would be our first online campus club. And Mark, I'll let you take over the next few slides.
Sure. Civitan Connect was the adult Civitan club. That was the first online Civitan club, and that was chartered in March of 2010 as the first online Civitan club, as I mentioned. We had members from the US and Canada. We've also had members in Africa and Japan as well. The potential for a campus online club, that we could have members from around the world meeting virtually. We could have bi-monthly interactive virtual meetings through this Zoom video or similar platform. We're open to look at additional types of platforms. We're going to have a monthly speaker series, and the whole idea of this is that we don't have the geographic boundaries, so we can have speakers from all over the world, literally. And the Adult Civitan Connect Club has had a speaker from Estonia, one from the Philippines, and then, of course, Canada and the US. For our projects and fundraisers, we have monthly or quarterly service projects or fundraisers, and we usually have a theme. So it'll be for helping the homeless, or a school supply drive, or a fundraiser like we have a cookbook that we put together. It's going to be an online type cookbook, or Scentsy wax candles. All of these different things that we can do in our own neighborhoods, or we can use our network of friends, which is going into some of the other PowerPoint points here. Activate your network. You can join with friends and or another group to execute your projects. You can start getting others involved with this project and get their interest in service. And then we can report the results back to the club. We can share on social media with photos. It's an opportunity to continue your Civitan service after graduation without having to build a club your freshman year. It's an opportunity to stay connected with former junior Civitans while performing service projects to benefit your campus as well as your community. It's also an opportunity to build interest at your campus, and once you build that interest, you can then start thinking about starting your own campus club at your campus. So for instance, if you're participating in projects, you get some of your friends from college involved with those projects. You get 4 or 5 people that are interested in starting a campus club, and you start the process in maybe in April or May of the year before your sophomore year. And then in the beginning of your sophomore year, you can have some of the paperwork done, maybe an advisor identified, and even more people that you can reach out to when school begins. You'd have exclusive access to a professional social media private group for job listings and internships. So we're looking in the future here. We want to try to get you involved with LinkedIn. We could have a professional group that you can have access to, and have access to Civitans that may have internships, may have jobs for the summer or after you finish college. You want me to continue on here?
Sure.
Okay. It's going to be an autonomous club. So the students are going to run this with an executive board and directors. You got Carmen, me, Bobby, and Rhonda here, but we're not going to be your leaders. You are going to be leading this club. Co-advisors, Rhonda, as she mentioned before, is going to be one of the advisors. And then we're also going to have somebody from the Chesapeake District to be an advisor, because we're starting this club kind of in the Chesapeake District as the host, and then we can go from there. We could also have more than one Campus Connect club. So if we did want to have one on the East Coast and one like on the West Coast, we could have kind of the time zones. We could consider those as potential additional Campus Connect clubs as well. The sponsor clubs tentatively is Chesapeake District Civitan Club. We're going to be going to our district convention in August, so we hope to identify somebody by then. And then also the Civitan Connect Online Club, the Adult Civitan Online Club, is also going to be one of your sponsors. The Chesapeake District is going to be one of the, it is going to be a Chesapeake District club because we're going to be hosting this. But it is going to be open to everyone in North America that are college students. Annual dues is $25 plus a $5 initiation if you have not been a junior Civitan. And to give you a breakdown, that's $15 for international dues, $10 for club dues, and there's no district dues. And that $10 a year is going to help support this Zoom video, and if we have to have PayPal and some other types of things that will cost money. Do you want to go ahead, Carmen?
Sure. So one of the things that you will have the opportunity to do is you'll actually have the opportunity to attend in-person meetings. One of which, depending on where you're going to school, you can actually attend one of our Chesapeake District meetings. We have 3 a year. And one of the things is our district has been pretty progressive as far as Zoom goes. Back in November of last year, we actually had an entire district meeting, adult district meeting, that was via webcam, and that was a pretty cool platform. It was definitely interesting because The social media platforms aren't necessarily where a lot of our members feel comfortable, but it was really successful. So I know when we did our August meeting, our business portion of the meeting in the morning was actually done via webcam. So you could, be in your dorm room and be a part of the adult district meeting that's happening. So you can actually stay apprised of what's going on. And of course, if you're here locally, you're more than welcome to attend our meetings. And then no matter where you're going to college, more than likely there is a Civitan district meeting that will be happening close by. And I know they would love to have you as a guest there to, stay connected, see what's going on. So you would still have those connections and being able to attend local district meetings. And then of course the annual Civitan International Convention. Hoping we can get as many of our members there in person as well as other campus Civitan clubs. I think this is really going to be a pivotal point for campus Civitan clubs, where hopefully we can start getting more attendees to attend the international convention. And this is the adult convention, not the junior convention. And really start developing those relationships with the other campus clubs. And so, while you're still participating in the adult activities, we've got a section that's, really just helping, campus Civitan clubs have workshops for, specifically for campus. And then, of course, networking with Civitans. One of the things that I found is, adult Civitans have a plethora of experience, whether it's job experience, life experience, and just sitting down and talking with Civitans, you never know who you're going to meet and who they can put you in touch with. And that's such an important part, of these next 4 to 8 years for you guys as you, start developing, what you want to do in your life, making those contacts. Someone you meet now as an adult Civitan can probably help you 4 or 6 years down the road now when it's time to start looking for a job. The more people you network with, the more opportunities are available to you. And there you go. So to charter, we need at least 20 dues paying members. And as of today, right now we have, where are we, 5? No, we're at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 paying members. We have 9 applications in, so we still need to get 11 more new members so we can charter.
Wait, I thought we had more of the forms signed already.
We have a total of 9, I believe 9 signed, correct, Mark? You have all of them.
Nope. We have 8 signed. We have half of those paid so far. And then Cameron Bice just said today that he's fully intending on joining. So we haven't gotten his application yet, but Cameron is going to join the club.
And you know what? I just saw an email too that came over from Jose Robles.
Yes.
He's Lancaster Boys, and he's interested as well.
Yep.
So that will get us to 10. So we're halfway there.
Yeah.
So we really need you guys to get out there, and because your peers are going to react to you and want to join something that you guys are in. For me and Mark and Rhonda sending out emails, that's really not it's not the interest level. So it's really going to depend on how you guys effectively work your networks with all your junior Civitans. And it's not just the folks that were at International Convention. Look at your club members that just graduated. Definitely reach out to them. This is open to anyone and everyone, and they don't have to be a former junior Civitan. So once you get to school, definitely bring in your roommates and your friends. It's not just a junior Civitan organization. So along the charter process, one of the key and pivotal things that we need to do is have our organizational meeting once we are at our 20 member minimum, and that's when we can elect our officers and adopt our bylaws. And very similar to the structure that you guys are used to at the junior Civitan club level, we have president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, PR coordinator, which I really think needs to move over more towards a social media person as opposed to PR coordinator, and then 2 directors, membership and projects. And once again, we've got the autonomy, so if we decide something needs to be, shifted a little bit, we can change the names and, make it work for the club. And then once again, I'm a little bit of an optimistic person. I'm hoping we could have a tentative charter date of August 3rd, but definitely sometime in August. I think if we go past August, it's going to be really hard because you guys are going to be in the throes of college. You're going to be, everything is going to be coming at you all brand new. So if we can pull this together over the month of July, I really think we can do our charter date on August 3rd. You guys think that's feasible?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Mark, you can move to the next. And so really, this is where it's going to become, where you guys really need to get involved is with, what are some of the speaker topics that you'd like? We do have two more, actually we have 3 speakers already set up. One is next week on the 20th, we actually have some former junior Civitans who are going to talk to us about your first month at college, kind of relaying their experience of, what their expectations were, what they do differently, what should you pack? What did they pack that they didn't pack? So it'll be a great opportunity for questions and answers. And then on August 9th, we're going to be joining the Civitan Connect, the adult group. They have a speaker from the Research Center, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Dr. Lucas Pozo-Miller.
Thank you. And then in September, we have a speaker. Her name is Tina Ramirez, and she's with an organization that's called Hardwired Global. And Manuel and anyone in the Chesapeake District would recognize her. She's spoken at several of our leadership conferences, and she's with an organization that it's a nonprofit out of DC, and they work on religious freedoms around the world. And they're not promoting any particular religion, but just basic religious freedoms. And really cool lady, really cool organization. But it's really important now that we learn what you guys want. What are topics that are of interest to you? Who would you like to hear from? Any particular subjects? What is it that's going to be important to you? Nothing? And that's okay. I mean, these are things to think about. It doesn't have to necessarily be today, but you'll want to start getting your schedule set up. And then same thing with service projects. Are there any service projects that you guys would like us to start getting, helping get off the ground right now as we enter school? Is there anything of interest, something you might have done in the past or something you'd like to do?
I think that a social awareness campaign would be really good.
A social awareness?
And then turn left.
Demon driving?
No, I'm not.
Any particular theme?
Well, if you're in college, it's a lot more about drinking and driving.
That's cool.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or drug use or something like that.
Okay. And that's that's a really good one, and actually that's not off topic, but kind of varying. It's very different, the drug use today and things that are available, and depending on where you're going to college, it could be in an area where pot is legalized and different things. So how do you navigate that? That's a great topic, Tina. I really like that.
Actually, besides pot, we were just talking about this. I just went to my orientation, so we talked about it. That a lot of people use prescription. They use Adderall, during finals week or midterms week to help them study, but it's illegal because they're not prescribed Adderall. And so that's kind of been a bigger problem recently. in college, in high schools and in colleges. But like people don't think it's like wrong for whatever reason because it's just not been as vocalized as like hard drugs.
Okay, that would be a great speaker topic too. Maybe we can look into some speakers on the subject, as well as a social cause, and kind of come up with a way to move that forward. Great idea. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. And then same thing, just be thinking about different fundraisers. There's lots of online fundraisers that we can do, like selling Yankee candles, or like Mark had mentioned, Scentsy. And we could still go out and do those, physical fundraisers as well, in your local areas, whether it's selling Krispy Kremes or, whatever it is. There are all kinds of different fundraisers that we can be doing. So be thinking about those, and let's try and come up over the next couple of meetings with some tentative dates and ideas for these. Mark, do you have anything to add for those? All right,
I just wanted to say one of the things I'd like to do for a fundraiser is do like a 5K walk, where you just get your friends together and then you get people to donate based on the number of kilometers you walk, or something like that, to just kind of generate interest, as well as be able to kind of do it. We could all do it on the same weekend or something like that. So it kind of gives us a kind of a group type thing we can do in our own communities or colleges.
I'm so glad you said kilometers and not miles.
Hey, did you say that? Did you hear that?
I did.
That's a cool idea. It'd like even possibly benefit the research center to get the Civitan name out.
Absolutely.
Cool. And is Connect doing any particular, do you guys have a project you're working on right now during the summer?
A project or a fundraiser?
Either.
The fundraiser, about ready to launch our online cookbook that I mentioned.
Okay.
And I can't remember how many recipes. It's almost 100 recipes.
Wow.
That we have, and we're not going to print it. We're going to sell it online, basically, and then send it out on a PDF, so that way we don't have to have any shipping costs or inventory costs. And then we're doing right now, since it's the 100-year anniversary or birthday of Civitan, where we have 100 different things you can do to celebrate Civitan that we came up with. And so we're asking members to take that list and kind of do some of those things, and then again report it back on social media.
Okay.
And some of them are very small, whereas some of them are much larger. So
yeah.
Question: if we were to fundraise though that money, where would we send the money?
Right now, we are putting everything in the Chesapeake. I'm putting it in the Chesapeake District Junior account, and then I've got everything. I use QuickBooks, so I'm able to keep everything divided, and can't think of the word I'm looking for, but I'm able to separate, Junior Civitan versus campus and the other things. And then once we actually are chartered, we would then get our own checking account specifically for Campus Connect. And since we're considered almost a community type group, we need to look at how that will be managed, and have a couple of controls in there and whatnot, so that it's not just one person who has the account, but possibly someone at the Chesapeake District as well as a club member type thing. So we'll look into that, but we will have our own checking account.
It's going to depend on who the treasurer is.
Right.
And then, of course, we'll be using PayPal, so there might be a balance in the PayPal account as well, be more online.
Exactly. Does that answer your question, Manuel?
Yeah.
Cool. So basically our next steps is, we need to get to 20 people. So invite. Anyone that that's graduated last year or this year, and once again, even high school friends that are going off to college, anyone can be a member of the club. And Manuel, I saw you just did a group me or something. I just saw you texted. Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
Perfect. Jamie and
Tina.
Tina. No, I'm just looking to see who Manuel added on here.
Okay.
If you guys would leave your cell phone numbers, we'll add you. Manuel can add you to that.
I already added them.
Okay.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect. Is that a good way to get in contact with you, GroupMe? Are you guys familiar with GroupMe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think that might be a good way to do that. And then what about like setting up a private Facebook page? Are you guys on Facebook? Do you follow it? Would it?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
So what about Instagram? Is that something that's more popular?
Yes.
And that's the thing. Once we get this up and running, or even now, if we wanted to set up a Instagram group, I'm not on Instagram, but that's why we want you to be a part of this and leading this, because it's not going to be driven by us. So if Facebook's not the way to go, then maybe we could have an Instagram group.
Or Snapchat, or whatever you guys.
Or fill in the blank.
Exactly, whatever works for you guys. All right, so I think you guys are all charter members here.
Yes, they are.
And we had mentioned, we'll do this right now, before when we were at convention and even on the paperwork that we've sent out, that if you guys filled in your applications and paid before today's date, that you would go into a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card. And ironically, it's Amazon Prime Day. So I have in my hands a little bowl. I have all of the 4 names of you guys who have paid. And
I think I have a bowl just like that. It's got a crab on it.
It does.
Yeah, we got a couple of those bowls.
I think it was like a district gift from one of our governors one year. All right, so the winner is, I won't look.
You can tell.
Of 1/4 of a shot.
Okay, can you see? It's Manuel. Can you read that?
Is it?
Please.
Can you see?
Congratulations.
That replaces his water bottle.
That replaces your water bottle you lost.
Hey, okay.
Oh, no.
All right, so I'll get that out to you, Manuel. And then mark the next slide.
And that's pretty good. Manuel did a lot of work on recruiting members, and we'd encourage you to continue that. So thanks, Manuel. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Oh, go ahead.
When I get to my college, I'd rather recruit there, because it's easier recruiting like when I'm talking to them face to face. Whereas if I'm just texting them, they could just be like, what is this boy texting me about? I don't know. So I could explain it better.
Okay.
And you are definitely, you never meet a stranger, that's for sure. Rhonda, do you have anything you want to add that we might have missed?
No, I think you've pretty much covered it all.
Okay. Next meeting's July 20th, next Thursday. We have our speaker series. Definitely invite all of your friends. Bring as many people as you can. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern. And once again, it's just going to be advice from former junior Civitans about your first month at college. And then hopefully on the 24th, we are pretty close to having our, organizational meeting. Between now and then, definitely encourage everyone to fill out their applications. And as soon as I get their application, I will send them an invoice through PayPal. And then we'll stay connected with you through email. And if we are at that 20 member before the 24th, we can definitely go ahead and, work on our elections for our board. And then same thing with our bylaws, get those approved. And hopefully sometime in August, we are chartering earlier than later.
Yay.
Yay.
That was Denise in the background.
Hey, Denise. It took me a second, Denise.
Hey.
Hey. So if you guys don't have it, these are all of our contact information. You can reach me by phone or email, ChesapeakeJRCivitan@gmail.com, 443-995-4749. and then Rhonda and Mark's emails as well. This is being recorded, and I think we will go ahead and post this and make this available to everyone who was so they can, you know, partake in what we were doing today. And I think that's it. Anything else, Mark? Rhonda?
Yeah, I just want to mention we did send out the flyer. We sent out the application. So you can forward that flyer and the application out. It does say to send the application to Chesapeake Crusader Civitan, which is Carmen Gorby. And you can send it by email, and she will send it to you, send you an invoice through PayPal, as she mentioned. And then you can also send a dues check if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, I think my address is on there.
Okay.
Perfect. Bobby, anything you want to add? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I'll unmute him. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, Bobby.
Okay, just want to let you know if you need anything at headquarters, I'm here to help. I want to provide you with whatever resources you need, and don't be afraid to give me a call whenever. I'm available.
Great. Rhonda also mentioned that she gave her cell number if anybody needs it, but also says that's Canadian, so it might be extra charge to text or call Canadian people. And then she also uses WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Using anything else? I just don't. Those are the two I've got at the moment. I can add any other ones, so just let me add. Let me know what you got, and I'll add it on.
Cool. Mark, will you add, Manuel, will you add her to the group me?
Yeah.
Thanks, hon.
Okay, so I'll forward that to you.
I just need her.
I'll text it to you.
Okay. Or actually, wait. Let me check.
Can you add
my name?
It's called group chat.
Group me.
Group me.
Group me.
Yep.
Go ahead and give him mine too, please.
Yep.
No, Mark. You're already in here.
I am? I didn't get it. I don't think. Maybe I don't have my notifications on.
Bobby, do you want to be added to the group me?
Yeah, that would be fine. I'd love to keep in touch with whatever's happening.
Did your number change after you got a new phone? Everything's still the same?
Same number.
Okay. I'll make sure Manuel gets it.
Ooh, I think I need to reinstall the app. Does anybody have Viber?
I have Viber because you told me about it.
I say I used it when I was traveling in Italy, but I don't use it that much.
Yeah, that's what Tess Yambot had us use for Philippines.
Okay.
All right.
All right, guys. That's it. Unless anyone has any other questions or anything to add, we'll see you next Thursday with, I think we should all bring 2 friends, at least. Think you guys can do that?
Great idea. Great idea. 2 friends.
Tina and Jamie are my friends, though.
Yeah, Manuel, that's like all your friends, not just 2. I know you got more than 2, but you know, if we could add 2 new people, that would be great per person. We can get to our 20 people and make this happen and start doing all kinds of fun service projects. Cool. Thanks for your time tonight, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.